Okay, we get 9.11. This is good. This is a good ceramic disc capacitor. Guys, this is a ceramic disc capacitor, one of the most important components that many technicians didn't understand. This is basically a high voltage capacitor. As you can see, we have here 1 kilovolt and 10,000 picofarad. M here is the tolerance, means plus minus 20%. How to test it? I'll show you how. Welcome to the episode number 25, where I'm going to teach you how to test ceramic disc capacitors, one of the most components in electronics that is used for high voltage protection, filtering and snubbing in power supplies. So guys, please don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and as I told you, all these courses I made are based on your comments and questions. That's why I have decided to start testing components based on your comments. You get to choose what I test next. Just leave your suggestion in the comments, and the component that gets the most mentions will be the one I test in the next video. I am reading all your comments, so don't hesitate to share your ideas. And please, if you enjoy these videos and want to support my work, the best way to say thank you for me is by liking and sharing the video. It really helps a lot. So guys, let's learn about electronics together at a high level, one component at a time. So before starting this episode, which component should I test next? Please enter comments. And please don't forget that our challenge is to reach 1000 component testing, different component. So as always, this video contains two parts, a theory part and a practical part. Let's begin with the theory part, and of course for professionals that want to know about testing, you can move on directly to the testing part. But I advise you to watch every moment in this video in order to understand 100%. So guys, this is a ceramic disc capacitor, and the marking 103M 1 kV tell us everything we need to know. So 1 means the first digit, 0 the second digit, and 3 means the number of zeros. Means what? Means this is a 10,000 picofarads or 0.01 microfarad. And M, as you can see here guys, means the tolerance, a plus minus 20% tolerance. So for 1 kV means this capacitor rated for 1 kilovolt or 1000 volts, high voltage. So these are high voltage bypass or snubber capacitors, protecting circuits from voltage spikes or high frequency noise. So guys, before test it, let's answer one of the most questions. Where are they used? Okay, this kind of capacitors are used where? So of course, those are used in switch mode power supplies like TVs, monitors, adapters, washing machine, many electronic devices. And of course, they commonly used between AC line and ground or across high-speed switch lines, not like the safety capacitor. Do you remember the video about safety capacitor? For anyone who doesn't watch it, don't miss it. A very important video about safety capacitor. And of course, often used with transformers or MOSFETs to suppress EMI. For its symbol guys, a normal symbol as you can see for ceramic capacitor with reference C. So guys, the same shape as NTC resistor that we have seen yesterday, the same shape, but as you can see, this is resistor and this one is capacitor. But don't worry guys, I'm here to explain to you everything. You will not be confused if you follow me and subscribe to this channel. You gotta understand all electronic components that you can imagine. And of course, our challenge is to reach 1000 component testing, different components. Now guys, we reach the most important question that everyone waiting for: how to test this capacitor using the multimeter the right way. I'll show you how. First guys, of course, you have always to do a visual inspection. Check for cracks, burns, bulging. If it's cracked or something, do not even test it, replace it. And of course, you have to respect the same reference. 103 M is tolerance, 1 kilovolts. So guys, I'm going to teach you how to test these capacitors using two methods. Let's begin with the first method, using the resistance mode. So guys, please attention. Those kind of capacitors has a high value in terms of resistance. That's why I should put the multimeter to 200k or higher. Okay, let's select 200k. Very important, my friends. If you want to check this capacitor using the resistance mode, always select 200 or higher. And of course, if you have auto range multimeter, no problem. So let's check. So one probe here in this terminal, another probe here in this terminal. Let's see, nothing. Guys, to avoid problem, let me choose 2 mega ohm. Okay, please remember. So let's check one probe in this terminal, another probe here. Okay, we get a reading 0.9. Do you see guys? About 1 mega ohm. Very high resistance. 970 kilo ohm. About 1 mega ohm. Very high resistance. Let's check this one, for example, also here. Okay. We have 1.5. Do you see guys? 1.5 mega ohm. Very high resistance. This one also here. 1. Do you see guys? 1 mega ohm. Very high resistance. So guys, remember, when you check this kind of these capacitors, if you get a fixed low resistance, okay, fixed low resistance, very low, like 0.1 ohm, 1 ohm, 10 ohm, or even 0 ohm, means shorted. And if you get always upline, means faulty capacitor. Sometimes guys, you can get a fluctuating resistance, then upline. This is just a charging behavior, also means good. Please attention, by using the ohm mode, please select 200k, 200 kilo ohm or higher. Never select below 200 kilo ohm. Very important. Good, let's now move on to the method number 2. So guys, the method number 2 is by selecting the farad mode. Okay, the farad mode. Here we have basically microfarad, 200 microfarad, 2 microfarad. Here we have nanofarad. So we have seen guys that 103 M means 10 nanofarad or 0.01 microfarad. So let's select nanofarad first and then select microfarad. We have to find 10 nanofarad. Why? Because here we have 10. The 3 is number of zeros. 10,000 nanofarad. So let's select here always the higher value, 20 nanofarad, and let's check. But please don't forget to move on the red probe to the capacitance mode. Here we have CX. So let's check one probe here, another here. We have to get 10. As you can see, 10 nanofarad, 9 point. Okay, we get 9.11. This is good. This is a good ceramic disc capacitor. Let's check this one also here. So one probe in this terminal, another probe in this terminal, 8.7. This is also good because always we have tolerance. Tolerance we have 20%. Guys, this one, it seems to be bad because I see here a little bit like water or something, some liquid over here. This one could be bad one. So let's check it. So one probe here, another probe here. Do you see, guys? No reading. Okay, let's do like this. One probe in this side, another probe in this side. Guys, nothing. No reading. But those two, we get the right value. We get 10. About 10 nanofarad. Now, guys, let's move on to microfarad. So for the microfarad, I have to get 0.01 microfarad. Okay, so let's move on to 2 microfarad and let's check. So I have to get 0.01 microfarad. One probe here, another probe here. As you can see, 0.09 means 0.01. This is good in microfarad. This one also. Okay, 0.0908, so this is good. But the third one, the bad one, if we put one probe here, another probe here, nothing happened. You see, guys, nothing happened. This is a bad one, and this is the sign. So now, guys, I'm going to give you some tips and some highlights. These capacitors basically often fail silently, so you have to know how to test it. And of course, the best way to test this kind of capacitor is outside the board. But I show you also how to test it on the board. So a faulty capacitor like this one, for example, can cause a no startup, EC hum or interference, excessive heating near MOSFETs or transformers. And please pay attention, even if they look fine, they are sometimes the hidden reason your power supply fail and want to start. So please, I hope you understand this video. Please, for anyone who thank me, the best way to say thank you for me is by liking and sharing the video. Guys, I need your likes and to share this video to reach more followers and more friends. And please don't forget that our challenge is to reach a 1000 component testing different components. So let's do it together, you, me and my team, and we can do it. So thank you very much and see you with another components.